What I believe should happen is that there needs to be one transfer portal window throughout the year. Imagine for a moment that free agency popped up the same week of the first round of the NFL playoffs.
No, like I can't fathom how dumb that would be.
Imagine for a moment that we had OTAs and then a second round of free agency.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Imagine
that's
for a
craziness.
moment that none of the contracts meant anything whatsoever, and every player could just shop himself around at any point. Well, obviously, that's all crazy. So what do we need?
Yeah.
We need a calendar that reflects a better way to compete, build a roster, and then prepare for the season. And all three of those areas or sections of time need to be separate from one another. And then the last thing would be the contracts that these players are signing, in particular as we move into the area of revenue sharing, need to be concrete, and they need to be have some teeth on the other end so that there are penalties for breach of contract.
What's his market?
Go ahead. I think West Coast. He's a West Coast guy. He can't go to the SEC because you can't transfer and be eligible right away in the SEC. So he's leaving that conference. Washington, Oregon, UCLA, or USC.
What does it mean if he doesn't have a market for him? But that's unlikely.
I think that's unlikely. I don't think he would have dug his heels in from his side unless there was a market for him. He'll land somewhere. Like I said, I think it's going to be at one of the two Southern California schools. And what the amount is, who knows? I do think that there was some talk from his camp about wanting the offense at Tennessee to change a little bit because that offense in its nature does not prepare you well for the National Football League. We have not seen a quarterback succeed going from that particular offense into the next level.
So it's more about just money, everybody.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But you're not going to hear that because the narrative is going to be set from the Tennessee side.